pressure, expectations, and finding out what you're made of. All of those things come into play when you have a top 5 showdown at this point in the season. Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. Out of the end zone. Makes a move. He's on the loose. Still on his feet. Touchdown, Aggie! Special teams proving to be special. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously you've got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Looking downfield on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Montgomery. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Georgia going up tempo. From the gun, running back gets to give.
Well, it's an electrifying run. You think about the tradition at the running back position for the Bulldogs. Herschel Walker and his Heisman Trophy. No Sean Marino. And how about this? Todd Gurley, Nick Chubb, and Sony Michel all there at the same time. I bet this guy could have gotten to that rotation, though, because he's got those types of skills.
Big third down here. They need to get the ball to the 41. Here's the handoff. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of third and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You can throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off, and they pick it up.
Yeah, and you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the first down.
And the Bulldogs back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Wants to go up top on first down. Swings it out to his running back. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
And the Dogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They send the tight end in motion. Now on the move. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? The 7th play of this opening drive will be a 3rd and long. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He spins that thing down the middle. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Gets it to the back. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space and getting that fast dude on the ground.
Got his man quickly. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line here.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff.
Touchdown, Georgia! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
How about the start from this offense? What a drive. Just when they needed a third down conversion, they got it. They put a bunch of plays together, kind of wore the defense out, and in the end, punched it in for 6.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. The give to the back. Oh, he's got some space. The 20. Touchdown, Aggie. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room. To be found as he stopped at the 23. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score. Already down 14-7. Got the first down and more. Turns it on in midfield. Flying out to the left. He's at the... No one there to stop him. Except the fellow in the striped shirt who threw the penalty flag. This one might be coming back. Looking for the time with the extra point. And the point after is good. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed him for the big play in the running game. One snap, one touchdown. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Goes out of bounds right at the 15-yard line, and boy, did they need a little breathing room. Takes the handoff. It's Keller. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. And the Aggies will hustle to the line. One thing you can figure out from these tests early in the season, particularly a top 5 matchup like this, is where you are. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. They'll start this one from the 29 on first down.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. They're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Texas A&M back to work with another first down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Breaks into the open. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds. Texas A&M ready to go with another first down. To the air, it's Tyree. Caught over the middle, it's Keller. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
The Aggies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. On the ground, it's Clark. And he's got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Can't get him to the ground. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Quarterback keeper. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Aggies!
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. Now, I'm not going to argue if this production keeps up as we start the second. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
The Dogs come to the line in the hurry-up. To the ground with the back. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Well, the upside is you could get a first down. The downside is you could blow the game going for it inside your own 30. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up. This offense has it with really good field position. Power football with the run. Gets it inside the 25, down to the 22-yard line with a pickup of 4. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Here's the pressure. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. The Dogs are barking and growling and trying to hold him here on 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Tyree. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. They'll try to quiet this crowd by moving the sticks on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Back has it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, the defense is able to finally stop this guy, but he has been on fire. We're only in the 2nd quarter, and he has been absolutely lighting it up in this one. Nice job that time, defense, but you know this guy's going to get a lot more carries.
Now facing a 3rd and long. A designed run for the quarterback. He'll be stopped right at the 40-yard line, and do they dare try to convert from their own territory on 4th down? He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it down the middle. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. Now they'll run it to the right here.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Floats it out in space. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Listen, if I'm a QB, 2nd down, I want to check the ball down and get a manageable 3rd down. But when this defense is flying around like this, so fast closing out, he got to that running back, got him on the ground so fast, the running back had nowhere to go.
Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
And the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call it running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know, the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's so hard to defend.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Holds and fires complete to the right. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
How about that? Just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
He wants to change this route. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable in run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
The Bulldogs will try to move the sticks on 4th down.
Pace, 27, jump. Ready up.
He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Complete out of the backfield. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
Well, I think the defense was even caught off guard on that one, guys. Not seeing the field goal unit trot out onto the field. They had a golden opportunity there to make a stop and get the ball back without surrendering any points. They couldn't do it, though, and now all of a sudden their backs are against the wall.
And now a chance to pull even as we get late here in the 1st half. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Dogs!
This has been a back-and-forth battle with a lot of football left to go. Really nice job executing on that rushing touchdown. If they get this extra point, this thing is all tied up.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. Bringing it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Back to throw, it's Tyree. He's looking deep. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming.
Well, this defense was ready for go-balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't.
Turning it on! He's at the 50. At the 30. Past the 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience, and with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stuff.
Out of bounds at the 17. Big pickup there, not only in yardage, but it gives him some breathing room. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. Sends it back in motion. Snap to the back. They forced ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. A run for the quarterback. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. Oh, out of space. At the 20. He rolls all the way down the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
The defense burns their third and final timeout of the half.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
They relentlessly moved forward. Now it's getting down to cases. 3rd and goal. They'll go to the air. They'll run the screen. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
And listen, that's not a surprise. Obviously, they want to throw the football on 3rd down to try to get a first down, but it got absolutely nowhere. Great job by the defense, rallying up and actually getting a tackle for a loss.
Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Every coach in the country talks about finishing half strong. Man, how about that? You get the touchdown, a chance to tie this game up and take all the momentum into halftime.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense in solid field position. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? To the air, it's Tyree. Looking for a deep man. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He'll try to take it back. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
One more snap coming before halftime. To the air on 1st down. Unleashes one deep. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Texas A&M ready to kick it away to get the 3rd quarter started. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. First drive of the 2nd half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the 2nd half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
That is a good omen for this defense. They were getting lit up in the first half. They knew something had to change. So to set the tone like this early on their opening drive of the 3rd quarter and get a stop on 3rd, that should really help their confidence.
Might be changing the route. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Uncorks one to the middle. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes.
And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on 4th down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time they weren't able to come up with it. I'm curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
3rd down play in the red zone, and this crowd is at fever pitch. Wants to throw. It's Tyree. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes it. Down stop.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football in this 4th down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense turns to offense.
Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Look out, he's got room. Not much there. They'll give him 1 to the 14.
Well, this is very interesting because now down here in the red zone, you know it's not going to be easy throwing it because the windows are small. Can they run the ball against the best run defense in the entire nation? This is as big a challenge as you're going to find offensively.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. The offense changing the play. Going to sling it on 2nd down. Zings it complete to the right. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. A 1st down for the offense. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. And the Bulldogs can really attack on this 2nd and short. The RPO, it's complete. Shakes off the defender. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working. Live by the blitz. Get hit with a chunk play on the blitz, too, especially if you're man up on that dude.
And you know what? You lose some battles, especially to receivers like this who are so elite. You're going to lose some of those, but I'm still going to be aggressive. I'm still going to play man. I'm still going to have to bring some blitzes. So I look for this defense to stay aggressive and maybe give that guy a smidge more attention.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup.
Man, a great Great job by the QB, finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
And the Dogs have it with a 1st and 10. Quarterback keeps it. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right? Having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
Couldn't quite get it into the end zone. He goes out of bounds at the 3, but they are in business. Just another big play for this guy who spent the entire game wide open. Couple of touchdowns there, and he moves the sticks again, David.
Yeah, so I'll keep finding him, Reese. I mean, this is a guy that, listen, we're in the second half now. He's already made plays.
Touchdown, Georgia! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
Man, he's off to a good start this year. That's already his 3rd receiving touchdown. We're only 4 games into the season. I love how they line him up all over the field. And as the season goes on, they're going to keep being more and more creative with how they get this guy the ball.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, you can make a case this is the game of the week in the SEC. Ole Miss needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Oxford behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Arkansas. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have SEC fans buzzing all week, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Texas A&M going quickly.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Leaves it with the running back. Picks his way ahead. He'll get 5 out to the 17-yard line.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good game, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The run from the shotgun. Gets it past the marker. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. This Texas A&M offense is wasting no time.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas, right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to fire. He's going to fire deep. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. That's a fumble. He's got the ball, and he'll try to pick up a few. He's dragged down to the ground, but what a play there. Scoops up the loose football and moves the chains.
Out of all the ways to get a first down, that's how the offense chose to do it. I mean, make the mistake, throw the interception, Palmer, but heads-up play, force the fumble, and recover it. First down.
And, David, you know the quarterback's counting his lucky stars. That was a bad decision. That should be the defense's ball. Luckily, they fumble it. His teammates get it back to give him another chance.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. It's complete to the left. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Wants to throw on 1st down. It's complete on the right side. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the 3rd. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. On the run, it's Keller. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. He's got it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies. The extra point here would tie the game. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the 4th. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And here's the return. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
The give out of the gun.
This defense has got some monsters up front. Individual athleticism. You see guys winning their one-on-ones. They're getting pushed. They're swimming the offensive lineman and then converging on the running back.
Lining up to convert 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll pull it down and run. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
Now on the 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the 1st down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Calls his own number. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Offense breaks the huddle. It's 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Grab near the sticks. It's Penny. And he's down at the 41. That's a 1st down. This tight end just creates matchup problems no matter how you try to defend him.
How about the catch radius on him, too? So as a quarterback, you don't have to be perfect when throwing it to him. You just got to get it somewhere in his vicinity, and he can come up with the catch.
Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Smashes through the tackle. the 22.
And he finally breaks one. They get rewarded. They've been trying to run the football, Palmer, but just haven't had success all day.
Yeah, and the staff never gave up on him, too, right? They kept giving him opportunities, and maybe that's the run that starts to open things up here later in this game for this guy.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Grab behind the line. It's Penny. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
The Dogs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short.
Cooler 18. Cooler 18. 221 wing. 221 wing.
A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Already 2 for 2 on 3rd down, but this time they'll need 9 to convert. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Gives him the big stiff arm. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open. Who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
And this is the area of the field where it gets really, really tough. Because the red zone, you know you got to run the football more. Well, this defense is #1 in the nation against the run. So I look for this offense to be more physical, be creative, try to find ways to run the ball against this defense that is so dynamic.
They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. Referee signals timeout as the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. Direct snap. It's Algier. Touchdown, Dogs! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
And how about this offensive line? 3rd and goal, you gotta have it. They flew off of the ball. They got some push. They made that easy on the running back to score that touchdown.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. And the Aggies come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Motion from the back. Going with the ground game left. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And that 2-minute drill, man, you're searching for those first downs. You got to find them. Sometimes it's a run, sometimes it's a screen. Whatever it is, they choose to run the football here. Still time, but we're still in that hurry-up situation.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down.
It's the 4th quarter. Every second counts, right? It's a one-possession game. We're chasing the QB. He scrambles around, does such a great job getting positive yards, keeping this drive alive. We need to score badly. We've got to keep drives alive like this. Wonderful job.
Well, the interesting thing about a run here trailing late is the defense isn't expecting it. That's the good news. Bad news, though, is you're still trailing. You need to score quickly, which means you need to be throwing the football right now.
Lost to fire on 2nd down. A shot for the end zone. And he's got it. He's got it for a touchdown. And here in the final minute, they're a single point behind.
Man, great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game now. All you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do. Just like practice, knock it through the uprights, tie this football game, and we might be looking at overtime soon.
Let's see what he can do with the return. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Gets the back moving. Snap to the back. Slithers into space. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. They'll send the back in motion. Snap to the back. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one.
Man, we hear so much about aggressiveness. Interesting spot. You know, you're on your side of the field. It's a tie game. The clock ticks out. It's not the worst thing in the world, but we can't make a mistake in this situation.
So 3rd and short from inside the 20. You convert here, and this drive takes on a different complexion. Just going to keep it after the snap. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. There he goes. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. They get the timeout called. 11 seconds remaining to play. Georgia ready to dial it up on another 1st down. Might be calling a hot route. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. Takes a hit as he fires.
And I'm so interested to see how this young man responds, man. Like, he has been really good all game long. Put up some big numbers, but now it's prime time. It's a big moment. Can he step up in this spotlight, make a big drive, make a big play for his team to maybe go win this football game?
give to the running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go.
A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44.
He's looking to pass. Got it behind the line. It's Montgomery. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and 2-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
Oh, he's got some room headed to the goal line. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown at least for now.
Yeah, and you could see the running back, man. He was smelling the end zone. Nice cuts, nice job getting all the way down the field. And he gets so close to punching it in, and you could tell he wanted to. But
looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Aggie. And they grab the lead here in overtime. The all-important extra point would push this lead to 7. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. He has spent a lot of time in that end zone and an absolute assault on the scoreboard.
No doubt about it. And guess what? I get to make a lot of highlights. I can copy and paste all of these touchdowns, show everybody the game I had. And the defense, well, you're just going to have to shake your head because you've been getting dominated.
Now on 1st down, they need to answer with a touchdown. They'll leave it with him. And it looks as if he'll pick up maybe a couple. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. Got his man on the outside. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. Looking to throw on 1st down. Hauls it in. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season. And, man, you know he's looking for more.
4 base bait. 4 base bait. Wrong.
Quarterback will keep it. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short.
And this offense knew coming into the game, when they get to the red zone, it's going to be tough sledding because it's hard to run, especially against this physical defense. They're one of the top 5 defenses stopping the run. And you know at this area of the field, it's really tough to throw it. Let's see who the more physical side is.
1st and goal in overtime, and they have to answer with a touchdown.
6 remain. 6 remain. Down.
On the move. Touchdown, Bulldogs! They got it in, and now an extra point away from the tie.
First off, really impressed by how physical this guy is still running the ball this late in the game. But now it's decision time. You want to play it safe, kick the extra point, or are you feeling aggressive to go for 2 points?
And I think this is all about how you feel about your defense and how you feel about this game extending. Do I have a chance? Do I have better players? Am I more fatigued? Like, all this has to come into account because you got a chance right now with 1 play to win this football game.
They didn't make it. Pushed all the chips to the middle of the table for the 2-point try, and they get nothing.